Welcome back. And of course, we are still discussing issues around the Labour Party, particularly as it has to do with the election tribunal, what I call it verdict right now, sort of upturning some of the original results or the results that were presented during the elections. And of course, the Labour Party raising an alarm saying that they are pretty much amazed at the recent turnout of things. Well, to further, of course, shed more light on this, we are joined by Dr. Dr. Abayomi Arabambi, the National Publicity Secretary, Labour Party. And of course, he's joining in from Abuja. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening.
All right, good evening. Well, I just want to know your general thoughts, on the trend of things right now, particularly as regards the party. And a bit of twist to it is, do you suspect any form of foul play at all?
Well, for us in Labour Party, there was no foul play, either from the judges or from any other quarters, because ab initio from inception, when you fail to prepare, you are prepared to fail as a person. You see, that, my dear brother, there will be a connect with the truth.
I didn't get that phrase. I didn't get that phrase well. You said when you fail to prepare, you're prepared to fail.
When you fail to prepare,
okay,
then you are prepared to fail.
So are you putting it in the context of the party?
Of course. I'm speaking on behalf of the Labour Party. Now, what did I say? When you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. Ab initio, he will be economical with the truth. That's the obidati campaign school person. You see, when you are going for an election, you need to prepare yourself very well because you know the intricacy behind election results. Now, he's accusing the judges of abandoning constitution and played on only rhetoric, or maybe because of their, noise on the social media. That was not the point. Now, the judges have made a decision based on what we fought upon before the election and what I think we fought on before the election. When you say you granted a waiver, do not forget, there is no constitution of anybody that supersedes the constitution of Nigeria. And it is clear that wherever there is any contradiction between any act, edit, or law in contrast to the Constitution of the Republic of Nigeria, they said that act, edit, shall be as inconsistent, to the extent of inconsistency with the Constitution of Nigeria. So Labour Party Constitution cannot be above Constitution of Nigeria. That's number one. Number two, we knew very well that it is only results signed by agents at the polling booth will be admitted as the authentic result. But in February last year, the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud, we're also going to absolve him of any blame because he called all the political parties, submit the profile of all your agents. And what are the profile entail? Your photograph, signature of the agent and other biodata. Abure, the former chairman of our party, refuses to even upload 46,000 polling units. Indirectly, we have scored zero in those 46,000 polling units. The remaining 133,000, we failed on the day of election to present them. And what does that mean? We budgeted money. That is what they are running for, and they are now putting the blame. We budgeted money for all our polling agents. Because those who were not paid, they now took the result away. Because the agents suspected that, the party is playing the fast one on them. So it was because of the non-availability of those results that Peter Obi was now asking INEC, please give me a certified copy of the polling unit result. You are the one challenging them. What the judges of the PEP told them was that you ought to have presented your own copy, tabulate it, and let us see whether there be any discrepancies in what you served INEC and what you presented. But lo and behold, we did not attach a single result to that petition. That's number one. Number two, Labour Party did not present any polling unit agent in the election presidential tribunal. Rather, the cognizances, outside the purview of the election. Number three, those witnesses, statement of oath, those lawyers, they knew that they were supposed to accompany that petition. They waited. Only 3 went with the petition, 10 did not go. And it is election matter is still generally, that is an election that is time bound. So they were now asking the court, oh, can we find motion for extension of time? It is not done anywhere. They knew that we are fair right from inception. Now, how will a party go to election, to president election, and we will not have agents in the 195,000 polling units? That is suicidal. And we now rush to court that, oh, this is what we score. Do you know that until that judgment, Obi did not tell Nigerians what is the number of votes he scored? Do you know why? He doesn't have the result. You are not asking INEC, please give me the certificate copy of all the polling unit result. But they don't have the one signed by Labour Party. So there was no agent of Labour Party that signed all those results. They were not there. So INEC considered this is an invalid request, and they turned it down. Because you can't be using signature of APC, PDP, AA, in other political party that their agent attended that election. It is a shame on Abure that we went to an election without an agent. All the polling units and the money appropriated was 10,000 per agent. I'm telling you for fact, those money were donated to Labour Party.
All right,
and that money disappeared. That money disappeared. And all the agents, out of their own frustration, went away with all our polling unit results, which is fundamental for us to prove our case of any vote removed, any unlawful vote, ascribed to PDP or APC. It's very fundamental, but we know we missed that point. We are now shouting, oh, all eyes on the judiciary. No, it is all eyes on Labour, all eyes on Abure, all eyes on Peter Obi, because we fumbled before the tribunal. That will transpire. All
right. So if I'm to get you correctly right now, you are saying that the Labour Party, your party, was ill-prepared for the 2023 elections and deserved what they got at the tribunal.
That's what I said, that we failed. Failure to prepare is one is preparing to fail. How can we go to an election? Okay, let me draw this analogy, my dear brother. If your house, somebody just went to court. Oh, my lordship, I am the owner of this building. But please, compare the person living there to bring the CFO, the receipt, the survey. It's a nonsensical question. You said you are the owner of the building. All you needed to put in your writ of summons is present the receipt with which you used to buy the land. Or are you going to buy the land without any receipt? You will do agreement, with the vendor sold the land to you. You will do survey, then you will now apply for certificate, a CFO, certificate of occupancy. Now you don't have any. You are now going before a judge that please grant me a motion ex parte to compare the data to bring all the 4 documents. I want to check whether that house belongs to me. The judge will know that you are just an alawada, you are just on just a judicial expedition. That means we are not serious. We are asking them to provide the result that shamefully we failed to get by ourselves on the day of the election.
All right. Probably you might just want to let us into some of the internal, politics within the party, right? But also, are you trying to absorb, the electoral umpire, that's INEC, saying that maybe they never, should blame in all of this, and even the tribunal itself?
I issue a press statement where we say we absolve Professor Mahmoud of any complicity because we are not the only one. Even NMPP that came a distant fourth. Do you know the presented agent in all the 190-something polling units that we have in Nigeria? But what is the problem with Labour Party? You see, they were playing on the goodwill of Nigerians. That, oh, don't worry, anybody can sign for us. Obi did not know that not just anybody can sign result, but Abure knows, because it's not today we've been involved in the election. But because Abure knew what he was doing, the money due to all our agents has not been paid up to today. That was why the judges said it is a shame we could not even provide one polling unit agent in that election petition tribunal, because when they say you fail to prove your case, what they are saying is this: you approach the court that, oh, there were irregularities, and that you score the highest number of lawful votes. But the tribunal was not asking question. You scored the highest number of lawful votes. Thank you. Where are the results? Because they needed to cross-check that, oh, this one and this one, like now, let us say in one constituency now, constituency A, I mean polling unit A, all the political party will be ascribed, some vote that is called, and all the agents will sign. Labour Party was supposed to go and present no document before the court. They will now tabulate it in line with constitution.
Okay.
That, oh, this was what we spent for Nigeria. Our vote is 12 million.
Let's
move away slightly from the election itself in terms of having representations across polling units in the country. Let's talk about other issues that sort of stood against the party according to the tribunal, and basically that has to do with nomination discrepancies and also membership discrepancies, which the president has described as an internal affair, almost a non-issue. How do you react to that?
Let me tell you, we are guided by the Constitution.
What Constitution?
You understand?
I mean, in this context, what Constitution right now? Is it the party's Constitution?
All Nigerians are guided by the Nigerian Constitution. And it is especially clear that where there is any conflict of any law, edict, with the Constitution of Nigeria, they said that Constitution will be set aside and Nigerian Constitution will reign supreme. So, see, Nigerian Constitution is superior to Electoral Act. Are you getting my point? So you can't come to court and say, oh, my party constitution said when they slap me, I should slap you back. No. What is wrong contrary to whatever the constitution says, then you are guilty. That's what we are saying. So nobody should blame the judges. Nobody should blame my name. We were the one that failed to provide results. We went to president election. Obijo messes up our chances to president election without having one single agent in the polling unit. We agreed 5,000 before and 5,000 after the election. These are people that will leave their family for God's sake. They will eat now. It's normal. You pay your polling agent. Even the money to buy coke. But we have that money in our account. They just disappear with the money. Take it that, oh, we are going to win, at first ballot. Then nobody will talk. But they have forgotten that there will be litigation after it. Even if you say you are the one that won, Tinubu and Atiku will come after you. If it's Atiku that won, Tinubu and Obi will come after, after them. That is just the point. So we were the one that fought that. We fumbled. You understand? We fumbled. And that's just the point. We fumbled.
Now, to an external observer, I mean, this appears to be some sort of a party divided in itself. What is the future of the Labour Party?
No, we are not divided.
And do you think that in terms of loyalty to the party, particularly from members, I mean, with situations like this, it will start to shake?
No, there is no issue of loyalty to the party. When you come to a party, when you come to Equity, you must come with clean hand. Obi met us in that party. You don't just come to mess our party up. All of us will now support any form of, unconstitutionality. I am saying that how can we go to an election and we will not present a party agent, and yet you think people like us will go and support such, bad that it's not going to be possible. So we will now be telling lie against the judges that, oh, these are the things we do. No, that's not what we're going to do. We have a respected family. We have our family name to protect. We won't go outside and be maligning anybody's name in the name of politics. Because if not today, tomorrow, that issue will come back to you. We won't join somebody who deliberately chooses to fail an election and will not be fighting the judges. The judges didn't do anything wrong. Why couldn't we present agent? Now, you are talking about Tinubu qualification. Let me tell you, Obi claimed he has BSc. Ask him, what did he put in his form? School start. What was the reason? Now you are challenging the president, that he was convicted. But the judges said what you tender was supposed to be tendered from that institution. It is a normal thing. Let me remind you about Adeleke and Oyetola. When Oyetola won, the second one before Supreme Court affirmed Adeleke, you know what he did about the school start?
All right.
In the judgment of the Supreme Court, they said it was the principal
that
ought to
Dr.
present
Abayomi.
the fake result they allege Adeleke not to have, and not just anybody. Because
Dr.
the only school
Abayomi,
principal
Arabambi,
that can attest this thing come from my school or not.
All right. I
So
just
it's a
want you
question of law.
to, because we're pressed with time, right? I just want you to answer this in 30 seconds. What is the future of Labour Party in your capacity as the National Publicity Secretary? And also, I mean, the Supreme Court taking the issue of the tribunal to the Supreme Court. How do you react to that?
Well, we will wait for the outcome of the tribunal before we go for full reorganization of our political party. You know, we were not used to this kind of, manipulations because Labour Party is based on equity and social justice. We will go back to the drawing board, to rearrange that party and put sanity back, inter-party. That is exactly what we are going to do. But we will await for the judgment of the Supreme Court. That after the Supreme Court, there is no way anybody wants to go again. You just have to abide. Whatever they say, we abide by it. If they declare us as the winner, fine. If they say we didn't win, there's nothing we can do. We'll go back to the drawing board, and plan for.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Abayomi Arabambi, National Publicity Secretary, Labour Party from Abuja. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you very much.